If your own get become governor, it goes with us, it goes with everybody.
Delta State has been governed by the People's Democratic Party, PDP, since the start of the Fourth Republic in 1999. Despite our huge oil and non-oil earnings, rich human capital, and potentials for wealth creation, Delta State is backward, underdeveloped, and burdened with huge debts, serious unemployment, decaying infrastructure, and widespread poverty. This sums up PDP sustained bad governance in Delta State for almost 24 years. Delta State, as at 2021, was ranked 31st among the 36 states of the Federation in fiscal performance and responsibility. We are the second most indebted state in Nigeria, and there are no infrastructural development to justify the endless, reckless borrowings, despite being the highest recipient from the Federation account and 13% Derivation Fund. This documentary will expose the decay in our infrastructure and the unending completion timelines for major projects and the syndrome of abandonment in Delta State. In Oshimili South local government area of Delta State, which houses the state capital, a number of roads in Asaba on the right-hand side of the Benin-Asaba-Onitsha Expressway are in deplorable conditions. The roads in Okwe community in Asaba, Capital Territory Development Area, are in deplorable conditions, untarred with numerous potholes and uneven driving surfaces. With the following budgetary allocations: 1. Delta State Capital Territory Development Agency 2016 and 2019 received 6 billion. 2. Direct Labor Agency received 2.6 billion between 2016 and 2018. 3. Rehabilitation of ongoing roads in Asaba received a budgetary allocation of 11.1 billion between 2021 and 2023. 4. Construction of new roads and development of Asaba and Environs received a budgetary allocation of 9.675 billion between 2021 and 2023. With all these allocations, one would have thought that our roads in Asaba would be in impeccable conditions. The road of major concern in Oshimili South local government area is the Okwe, Oko Amakon, Oko Anala, Oko Abala Road. Despite the budgetary allocation of 2.1 billion between 2016 and 2022, not even 1 kilometer of road is tarred. The entire stretch of the road is in deplorable condition, untarred, sandy, and uneven surface. The people of Oko Kingdom deserve better. As a result of the outcry by Deltans about the unending completion timelines for projects in Delta State, Governor Ato Ifeanyi Okowa, in his 2023 budget speech, promised to complete the following PDP star projects before leaving office in May 2023. The projects are as follows: 1. Orere Bridge and Access Roads in Ughelli South local government area. 2. Trans-Warri Ode-Shekiri Bridges and Access Roads in Warri South local government area. 3. Kwale Beneku Bridge in Undokwa East/Undokwa West local government areas. 4. Section A Ughelli to Araje and Section C2 Ogwashuku to Osisa of Ughelli Asaba Road dualization. 5. Egbo Ayakaramo Bridge and Link Road in Borutu and Ughelli South local government areas. Our investigation by way of documentaries in the 25 local government areas has shown that none of these projects will be completed before May 2023, which exposes the lies, deceit, and falsehood of the 24 years of PDP administration in Delta State. Now let's look at these major projects individually. The first project we looked at is the Orere Bridge and access roads in Ughelli South local government area. This project involves the construction of a bridge across River Orere with access roads and spurs in Orere town. The budgetary allocations to the project are as follows: 2020, 200 million; 2021, 2 billion; 2022, 4 billion, bringing it to a total of 6.2 billion as at the end of the 2022 fiscal year. Despite Governor Kowa having earmarked 6.2 billion for the construction of Orere Bridge and access roads, and with a promise to complete the project before leaving office in May 2023, we find it very worrisome that the governorship candidate of PDP is making the same completion promise if elected as governor. This goes to prove that Governor Kowa does not have the intention of completing this project before the expiration of his second tenure on 29th May 2023. The second project we looked at is the Trans-Warri Ode Shekiri bridges and access roads in Warri South local government area. This project was first captured in the Delta State budget of 2008. The road has 24 bridges and several connecting routes to the main Ubeji Ode Shekiri Road, which runs over rivulets and rivers with a total length of 26 kilometers. At inception, the project was estimated to cost 27 billion naira. The main alignment of the road is from Ubeji through Ifye to Aje Eta Ijala and across Warri River, ending at Ode Ishekiri. We were reliably informed that in 2022, the state government paid a backlog of 8 billion naira to Setraco, the contractor handling the project, with the intention of remobilizing to site for the completion of the road and bridges. Currently, only 10 of the 24 bridges have been completed. The budgetary allocations to this project since inception are as follows: 2010, 2 billion naira; 2011, 6 billion naira; 2012, 5 billion naira; 2014, 15 billion naira. By the end of 2014, the total amount earmarked was in the region of 26 billion naira. From Governor Kowa's first tenure, the following budgetary allocations have also been made to this project: 2018, 100 million; 2019, 1.75 billion; 2020, 400 million; 2021, 2 billion; 2022, 3 billion; 2023, 4.5 billion, bringing the total budgetary allocations to this project to the sum of 35.05 billion. The question need asking is how much of this amount was released, because the percentage completion of the project is in the region of 50% after 14 years of inception. The third project we looked at is the Kwale Beneku Bridge in Undukwa East and West local government areas. This project was started in 2019. After much criticism of the delay in completing this project, Governor Kowa in July 2021 promised to complete the Kwale Beneku Bridge in February 2022. Listen to his promise.
Because you know that the Kwale Beneku Bridge is going to open up the whole of the other side of the bridge. For several years, we've been using this pontoon here. Hope to be able to deliver the project by February.
Following this promise, on Tuesday, 1st March 2022, we carried out on-the-spot assessment of the project, but to our dismay, we found out that less than 50% completion mark has been achieved. Another on-the-spot assessment was carried out on Tuesday, 29th November 2022, and the result is what you find in this video. 20 months on since the completion timeline of February 2022, we found out that not much progress has been made, and in our estimation, this project cannot be completed before the end of Governor Okowa's tenure. The budgetary allocations to the Kwale-Beneku Bridge since inception are as follows: 2019, 1 billion; 2020, 1 billion; 2021, 830 million; 2022, 2 billion; 2023, 3 billion, bringing it to a total of 7.83 billion. Again, the question we need to ask is, how much of this amount was released to the project? The fourth project we looked at is Section A, Ugeli to Araje, and Section C2, Ogwashuku to Osisa of the Ugeli Asaba Road dualization. In the 2023 budget speech by Governor Okowa, this project was one of the star projects he promised to complete before leaving office. The Ugeli Asaba Road dualization project is a 162 kilometers stretch of road which started in 2008 under the administration of Governor Emmanuel Eweta Udwara. The contract for this project was divided into 3 sections for the purpose of ease of construction and early completion. At inception, the cost of the project was estimated at 49 billion naira. But as at 2022, the project has gone over 80 billion naira. And it will interest us to also note that in 2023, there was a budgetary allocation of 6 billion naira to the project. From Araje to Ugeli, only one portion of the dual carriageway has been completed. Between Ogwashuku and Osisa, there is a bridge after Ogwashuku with about 20% completion achieved. Between Araje and Ugeli, most parts of the completed portions of the road are in bad shape, especially around Oto Owe, Emevo, and before Iyede. With what we found on ground during our documentary, it beggars belief that Governor Okowa will make a pronouncement that the road will be completed before the end of his tenure. It would interest Deltans in particular and Nigerians at large to note that the government revoked the contract of Section A, which is Ugeli to Araje, in November 2022, and how on earth this road will be completed by May 2023 remains to be seen. If the government of Delta State under the People's Democratic Party meant well for her citizens, this 162 kilometer stretch of road would have been completed within the 14 years of inception. The fifth major project we looked at is the Egbo Ayakaramo Bridge and Link Road in Borutu and Ugeli South local government areas. The Ayakaramo Bridge is across River Focados, linking Ugeli South local government area to Borutu local government area. The bridge project was awarded in 2012 under Governor Emmanuel Udwara's administration at the cost of approximately 9 billion naira. 10 years on after the award of the contract for the construction of the bridge and access road, what we found in the course of our documentary is worrisome. From what is seen in this documentary, this is definitely an abandoned project despite the yearly budgetary allocations. The allocations since inception are as follows: 2013, 1.7 billion; 2014, 900 million; 2018, 1 billion; 2019, 1.575 billion; 2021, 1 billion; 2022, 1.5 billion; 2023, 1.5 billion, bringing it to a total of 9.175 billion. With less than 50% completion mark achieved, this is an attestation of PDP's project abandonment syndrome in the past 24 years in Delta State. The only bridge that would have opened up the Ijaw Nation to the mainland of Delta State remains abandoned. This is not good enough considering the fact that the Ijaw Nation contributes immensely to the oil revenue of the state in the form of 13% Derivation Fund. The sixth major project we looked at is the Kwale Industrial Park, Kwale, in Undukwa West local government area. This park is located along Ugeli Asaba Dual Carriageway in Kwale. This project was conceived in 2018 and the first budgetary allocation was in 2019. The budgetary allocations since then are as follows: 2019, 700 million; 2020, 1.3 billion; 2021, 1 billion; 2022, 1 billion; and 2023, 1 billion, bringing it to a total of 5 billion naira. In 2019, Governor Kowa reported that the industrial park will create more than 70,000 new jobs when completed. This has turned out to be untrue, as the only visible development on site is a perimeter fence. In another misleading report, the government stated that they have partnered with Eastern Metals Limited to establish a nail factory. It will interest Deltans to know that in October 2019, in signing an MOU with some Chinese companies, the government pledged the release of the sum of $10 million as the counterpart funding for the completion of the industrial park. With approximately 5 billion naira budgeted since 2019 and with less than 10% completion mark achieved, the question begging for answers is, how were the funds allocated to this project used, knowing fully well that the only development visible on site at present is a perimeter fence? The seventh project we looked at is the Warri Industrial Park, Ejeba, Warri South local government area. The Warri Industrial Park was conceived in 2008 by the administration of Governor Emmanuel Eweta Odwara, and the aim was to position Warri as the prime destination for private sector investment in the Niger Delta region. The first phase of the industrial park project was to deliver a 7-story iconic administrative building, but what is currently on site is an uncompleted 1-story structure. From the schematic diagrams, if the project was executed to plan, it would have been one of the thriving industrial parks in Nigeria, thereby opening up the economy of Delta State. The PDP government in Delta State for almost 24 years has bestowed on us numerous and countless abandoned projects, with the Warri Industrial Park being one of them. The budgetary allocations to this project over the years are as follows: 2011, 1 billion budgeted for master plan, environmental impact assessment and consultancy; 2012, 3 billion; 2013, 2 billion; 2014, 3 billion. This brings it to a total of approximately 9 billion naira budgeted as at the end of the 2014 fiscal year. As at February 2023, the project remains abandoned with less than 10% completion. The eighth project we looked at is the Independent Power Plant Project, Ogariki, in Etiop West local government area. The IPP project was started during the administration of Governor Emmanuel Eweta Odwara in 2009. The budgetary allocations to the project are as follows: 2011, 24 billion; 2012, 4 billion naira; 2013, 4 billion naira; 2014, 6 billion naira. By the end of 2014, approximately 35 billion naira had been budgeted on the IPP and other programs to boost electricity in Delta State. The turbines purchased for the IPP were to have an installed capacity of 116 megawatts. If this project was effectively executed, Delta State would have been an industrial hub and homes and businesses would have been powered 24 hours a day. Since the administration of Governor Kowa, this project has taken a turn for the worst. In the State Executive Council meeting presided over by Governor Okowa on 20th January 2022, Council approved a program that would enable the IPP to come on stream by bringing in independent power generating companies under a lease to own agreement. But what we found on site during our documentary is that all structures have been pulled down, and where the turbines were housed, those turbines have now been removed to unknown destination. Again, we can see the abandonment syndrome of the 24 years of PDP rule in Delta State. The ninth project we looked at is the Benukoko Road Dualization project in Warri North local government area. This project began in 2008 and it is a 33 kilometers stretch of road linking Benin Warri Expressway to the proposed Calabar-Lagos Expressway at Ogeye. At the inception of the project, the intention was that when completed, the road would enhance free movement of goods and services to the cocoa port and the proposed cocoa export processing zone, providing access to Cocoa Ogeye Road and the proposed coastal road project from Calabar to Lagos. This project was abandoned at Cocoa, leaving the Cocoa Ogeye section untouched. The budgetary allocations to the project are as follows: 2011, 3 billion, 2012, 2 billion, 2014, 3 billion. By the end of 2014 fiscal year, over 8 billion naira had been budgeted to the project. The 10th project we looked at is the Efrun Osubi Eku Road Dualization in Okbe local government area. This project was started under the administration of Governor Emmanuel Eweta Oduara in 2011. The project was awarded to 3 contractors at a total cost of 10.3 billion naira. As at 2011 fiscal year, 2 billion naira had been budgeted for the project. Other budgetary allocations are: in 2012, 3.9 billion, in 2013, 5 billion, in 2014, 5 billion. This brings it to a total of over 11 billion naira. The point where the current dual carriageway ends at Usubi from PTI junction is less than 5 kilometers. So with a distance of 33 kilometers, what this shows is that less than 20% of the road has been completed. Under Governor Ato Ifanyu Kowa, other budgetary allocations were made to the project. These are 2018, 500 million, 2019, 1.5 billion, 2023, 600 million. This brings it to a total budgetary allocation in excess of 14 billion naira to the project, which is less than 30% completed. The 11th and final project we looked at is the Usubi Airport second runway in Okbe local government area. Under the administration of Governor Emmanuel Eweta Oduara, there were compelling reasons for the expansion of the Usubi Airport. The idea behind the Usubi Airport project was for the runway to accommodate bigger aircraft, which was a laudable reason for the second runway project. The budgetary allocations to the project are as follows: 2011, 1.3 billion, 2012, 8 billion, 2013, 4 billion, 2014, 4.5 billion naira, bringing it to a total of 17.8 billion as at the end of 2014. Although Governor Kowa did not make any budgetary allocation for the construction of the second runway project, 700 million naira was budgeted for the construction of Usubi Airport Road, which is less than 1 kilometer. So in total, over 18 billion naira has been budgeted for the Usubi Airport second runway project, which started in 2011. And as at today, there's no second runway in sight, making this another of the numerous abandoned projects by the PDP-run governments of Delta State. From these major projects we have X-Rail, Orere Bridge and Access Roads, Trans-Warri Ode-Shekiri Road and Bridges, Kwale Beneku Bridge, Ugeli Asaba Road Dualization, Egbo Ayakarmo Bridge and Link Road, Kwale Industrial Park, Warri Industrial Park, Independent Power Plant, Ugbenu Koko Road Dualization, Efrun Usubi Eku Road Dualization, and Usubi Airport Second Runway, all with a cumulative budget allocation of over 220 billion naira. The claim that government is a continuum is alien to PDP in Delta State. Hence, the abandonment of projects started by previous administration of same party coloration. These are some of the reasons why we need to vote His Excellency, Deputy Senate President Senator Ovi Omar Gege as governor, and Right Honorable Friday Osanebi as deputy governor come 11th March 2023, which would open up a new vista in our developmental strides, anchored on the EDGE agenda to build a new Delta. The EDGE agenda covers critical areas of governance, which is broken down as follows: E for employment and empowerment, D for development, G good governance, and E enduring peace and security.
When of your own one get become governor, it goes with us.